guys? This is David. Welcome back to the channel. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. As always, remember I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. But hey, in this video, we're going to talk about an ETF that I think doesn't get talked about enough. It's pretty well known. SMH is pretty well known, but I don't think it gets the proper love that it deserves. So we're just gonna take, a look into this series that we've been doing lately. We're gonna take a little look into SMH just to check to see the performance and see how how this ETF has been coming along. And should you, or do you want to make that decision to possibly invest into this ETF? So let's take a look at it. I'm not going to hold you guys long. Let's jump right into it here. Bear with me. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Here we go. We're going to jump over here to the summary. SMH. You see currently trading at $247.74. It was down on Friday, $4.88 or 1.93%. And you see SMH has been around since 2011. So it's 2024, been around since 2011. So it's definitely stood the test of time. You see the expense ratio 0.35. That may be a little high to some people. I'm more of a performance person, but to each his own. I'm not knocking the strategy. Year-to-date return here, you see 41.67%. Can't beat that at all. We'll take a little deeper dive into the performance. And let's just go to the profile here of SMH. And you see it's Van Eric Semiconductor ETF. Fund overview is category technology. And let's see here. You see the Morningstar category. And then we'll go over to the holdings. Let's take a look. I like to look at top 10 holdings. Here, the top 10 holdings of SMH. The top 10 holdings you see make up 73% of the total assets. And we're kicking it off with NVIDIA, which is 20%. TSM, Broadcom, Texas Instruments, AMD, ASML, ADI, AMAT, Qualcomm, and KLA Corporation. So if you don't own any SMH, do you own any of the top 10 holdings here? For me, I own SMH. I also own NVIDIA, Broadcom, AMD, and is that it? NVIDIA, Broadcom, AMD. I think that's it out of the top 10. And semiconductors, AI, all that's playing a part in what's hot right now in the future, right? So my NVIDIA, I'm up actually 77% on my NVIDIA position. AMD, I am up 42% on my position. AVGO, Broadcom, I can't actually see it right now when I'm up because Broadcom is paying a dividend this weekend, actually Monday. So on Fidelity, it's kind of weird. It has it highlighted. It doesn't show the total return right now, but I'm up on my Broadcom position as well. And then I have SMH, so I'm up 47% on that position. So each position has performed well for me. Not only am I invested into the ETF SMH, but also invested into a few of the top 10 holdings. So, and that's kind of I'm not gonna say a secret or a trick, because some people don't like to invest in stocks at all. They just prefer ETFs. But if you got a solid ETF that you really like, a VOO, VTI, or something like that, or SMH. Take a look at the top 10 holdings. Take a look at the top 10 holdings and see what that company had, what does it consist of? And then you look at some of those particular stocks, and then you may find like a diamond in the rough, right? If you have a ETF that's doing well, and you see the top 10 holdings, more likely than not, some of those holdings are doing well too. So, it all depends on how diversified you want to be. Like I said, I'm in the business of returns. I believe in diversity too. But in regards to SMH, I know Nvidia plays a part. I know AMD plays a part. Broadcom. I want to be invested in those companies. So that's kind of my strategy in that. And those are the top semiconductor / AI positions. A few of the top ones that I have. So, but it definitely stood the test of time. And let's see what else can we look at here. Let's go to performance. We always want to look at performance. And as you see here, year-to-date performance in SMH is 41.67%. 1 year return, 75% 1 year return in SMH, and 3 year returns is 23.15%. And you see here the trailing returns versus the benchmark. Year-to-date, SMH up 39% compared to the benchmark of 12%. 1 month, down 1.5% compared to the benchmark of being up 1.20%. 3 month period down was up 1.30% compared to being up 4.56 for the benchmark. But look at the 1 year, right? 56.79%. When you're thinking long term, this is what you want to look at, starting. And then you have the benchmark of 23.37%. So you see the big difference there. 3 year period, 22.53% compared to 0.84% on the trailing returns. And you see in 5 year, all right, 34.77% compared to 15.42%. And then 10 year, 26.63% compared to the benchmark of 15.77%. So that lets you know that SMH has been doing its job, right? And you can see the annual total returns, 2023 up 73%. You see it was down 22 down in 2022, right? But even the 33% down was still less than the benchmark of being down 37%. So it lets you know it was down, down across the board, but even SMH was down less than the benchmark. And then 2021, look at that, 42% return compared to 15 for the benchmark. 2020, right there, 55.54% to the benchmark of 55.91%. In 2019, look at that, 64% compared to the category, the benchmark of 37%. So you can just go all the way down, and see the annual returns. So yeah, man, this is I want to go back because it's going to 2001. Let me see when this ETF said it was. Okay, I thought I wasn't crazy. It said the ETF been around since 2011, but we're gonna look at that here anyway. But anyway, I want to go back to the performance, and you can see that SMH has been doing a great job. I am extremely happy about my position, and it's a position that I look to add to whenever I can. So I'm going to be invested in SMH for quite some time, and I look forward to keep performing how it's been performing. Let's look at the historical data. All right, and then we're going to go. We know what the prices are right now, right? Let's look at. I like to go back to the beginning. We'll say max instead of looking at daily because that's too much. We'll click on monthly and we'll click apply. But this is Yahoo Finance. You should be pretty familiar with Yahoo Finance if you're if you invest. Why I didn't do my max here? Oh, so this goes back for quite some time. This saying back to 2000, so I guess it has been around. Ooh, that's a long time. That is a long time. So let's see how long it's gonna take us to scroll down through the history. I like to see where it started at, price wise. You can see here, man. It's crazy because I just think, man, what if we just start investing in an ETF at the beginning? That's why I don't really be afraid to take chances on ETFs. Some people like to see how long they be around and all that type of stuff. Just think if you get into something at the bottom level, you see July 2000 trading at $46 out the gate, right? All the way to now trading at $247. So just think how much you could have made if you invested at the beginning at $46 and you just constantly, I don't care if it's weekly, bi-weekly, and it could be $10, $20, $30, $50, $100, and you were investing consistently in this ETF for the last 20 plus years. How would your account look then? What would be your performance then? So, or the position. It's just, you think about things like this, so you can see the power of investing, right? So, but yeah, man, this ETF, SMH, the semiconductor ETF, it stood the test of time. It's grown over, from the beginning and currently still growing. So, and I think we're still in that beginning stages, and I think it has a lot more room to grow over time. Let's look at the dividends as well. ETFs, not all, but usually most pay a dividend. So let's see if we can go here. And this just gives the dividend history. Looks like it's only been paying a dividend since 2012. Okay, it makes sense. Starting at 0.35%. See, it kind of fluctuates, but lately, it's 2017, 0.698. 2018, 0.819, 0.1061. So is this a quarter? This is a yearly dividend? Okay. This only pays once a year. Interesting. You don't see that too often. Well, I haven't seen it too often. But it's okay. I'm not really in it for the dividend. I'm in it for the performance and the growth over time, which I think has done a great job based off what we see. So, but yeah, just want to take a little look into SMH. Let me know if you guys invest in SMH, or do you invest in some of the top 10 holdings, or is there another semiconductor ETF that you might invest in? Because like I said, I know some people only invest in ETFs. They don't believe in stocks. Some do stocks, don't do ETFs. So are you invested into the semiconductor sector? Let me know. Give me some feedback. What you think about SMH, yourself. Do you think it's worth investing in, or are you going to hold off? You still need to see more data. I don't think I need to see anything, anymore. Like I said, it's going to be I wish I had more shares, but I do have some shares, and I've been adding this year, and I've been highly satisfied with the ETF and its performance. So, but yeah, that's it. Let me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research. And I'll leave you with this. Remember, if you don't do nothing else, invest in yourself. Find those extra dollars to invest in yourself. Find that extra time to invest in yourself, because you'll thank yourself in the long run. 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now, you're going to thank yourself for that time that you spent, investing in yourself. So, but anyways, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a great day, and I am out.